know.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go in there.
Talk about the kind of what an AI transformation audit process looks like so
Heck
people
yeah.
know what to expect.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's jump into that. So
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about the process itself. So let's say a company's out there, they've finally succumbed to your hundreds of DMs, right? Like, hey, you want to talk to me? I promise. So they finally set up a call, a consultation. Can you walk me through that process? What does it entail?
Yeah. So it always for us starts with a discovery call, right? So that's kind of the where we kick it all off. Let's get on a call. Let's talk through your current business process, what your goals are, what your challenges are, and really try to understand the core of like what you're trying to accomplish. And you may not know exactly what you want to do. You may not know exactly how it fits, but you have an idea of like if you are asking for some AI, you probably know like, oh, these are the 3 or 4 things that just really irk me every week, and I wish we didn't have to do them or a way to automate it. Then once that's done, we do some analysis. We have some different prompts. We now use our own platform, Audit, and then we'll go back to the client and say, okay, could we have these set of documents, right? You talked about your client onboarding. Do you have an SOP? And a lot of times we'll find they don't.
Yeah.
Okay, great opportunity. Let's put the brakes on. You need to get together with who does that and say, okay, can you connect me with the person who onboards all the new clients? Have a discovery call with them, right? Once you've gathered all those documents that you need, run those again through another series of prompts, and that comes up with follow-up questions, right? You're going to have like, okay, well, you said on the call that you do it this way, but your SOP says you do it this way. Which one is it?
Yeah.
And then we can nail down. They say, oh, I didn't know we did it that way. Okay, well, now we're discovering internal processes that are maybe even more broken than they thought, right? And one person just
Okay.
fixes it in the process because it's broken. Once that process happens, we'll then run a comprehensive audit and any kind of other documents we might need or other discussions with other stakeholders. We'll run the comprehensive audit, and then that outputs a couple of things. One is pain points heat map. Another is going to be your opportunity matrix. So if you're familiar with a sort of an Eisenhower matrix, 2x2, where it's high priority, low effort, or high return, low effort, high effort, low return, and then you can kind of score the different opportunities on that, which is a huge tool for us. We also have a roadmap, right? So we can say, you may have come to us with this idea wanting to execute. Well, we found that there are 2 or 3 interim steps that if we don't get those cleaned up or maybe automated or data pipeline or connect 2 APIs together, the third thing, which is what you asked us for, is going to fail. So the roadmap lays out a process by which everyone can agree, here's where we are, here are the steps, and here's where we're going.
Gotcha. So do you have like a model where you're sort of like a consultant firm where the first part, or let's say stage one, phase one, is let's do some internal auditing first.
Yeah.
And then we'll define what the problems are, like you mentioned the heat map, and then we'll say our cost to do this would be X, Y, and Z or this many hours, and then you pick which one you want to go down, right? Kind of like
Yes.
that.
Yes. Yes.
Gotcha.
And that just comes from experience, right? Very early on, if a client came to us and said, hey, I want this, we said absolutely, and we did it.
Yeah.
And that caused, again, a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, a lot of sleepless nights of how am I going to do that? Like, I said yes, and they sent the check. But I don't know how. Like that, you can't
Yeah.
do that.
Exactly.
But now I got to figure out how. I learned a lot, right? But now, at the stage we are, we have found that it's better for everyone if we take the time and work. And if a client doesn't want to work with us in that way, that's fine. And maybe we're not the right shop for that. But that's just the way we found to have the best clients and the best experience on both our side and theirs, right?